Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here. This is going to be a good one. This is probably a rumor right now that has been heating up for probably the past few months, probably since about January. People wondering when Finn Balor is going to be debuting inside of WWE on the main roster on Monday Night Raw. Of course, with the big WrestleMania show, I can remember last year thinking that Finn Balor was going to win the tournament that was at Access to send a member of NXT to WrestleMania to compete in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Of course, that was won by a Tommy, and they made a really, really good sort of day in the life of a Tommy, getting ready to go to WrestleMania, arriving at the stadium, getting dressed. It was a really, really good piece on a Tommy. It's too bad that he was injured throughout the year, and he really wasn't able to capitalize on what was the building blocks of starting something really special for him. And the last word I heard on it, Tommy, was we didn't know when he was going to be coming back. But I know that basically Finn Balor is probably the hottest thing in WWE. Woo woo! Not like that, but he probably is, definitely an easy main eventer for WWE, and you can see that he might be the future of the company. And he definitely seems like he has more of a following behind him than Roman Reigns does at this time. And ever since January, when his buddies Gallows and Machine Gun Carl Anderson signed. Everybody knows, especially from that Finn Balor documentary that they made the week of Beast in the East last year. I believe that was 4th of July, so back in July, and it's still on the WWE Network if you haven't seen it. They talk about him going to Japan and learning the Japanese style, wrestling for New Japan, and while he was there, starting up a friendship with Carl Anderson. And I can't remember the name of it. There's a really good documentary that was made on Finn Balor making the trip, wrapping up in Japan and getting ready to go to the WWE. That shows a real intimate, friendship between these guys, to the point of, Carl Anderson is talking about Finn Balor leaving New Japan and going to WWE, and he actually starts crying. And he's not crying because he's not crying because they're losing that friendship. It's his friend, and this is a guy that he was getting used to seeing every day, and he's wishing him well, but at the same time he's like, this sucks. But I know that this isn't the first time a rumor has been out there, basically, that Balor is being called up to the main roster. We've thought this a few times throughout the last year. Definitely, I think he is a game changer to come to WWE. But honestly, in my mind, I think that there's a lot of ways that you could be bringing him up. I mean, definitely he was tweeting a picture of a new Balor Club t-shirt, and at the top of it, you can see the word bullet. And I think in the tweet, it says Bulletproof BC. I mean, definitely if they called themselves Bulletproof, I think that is one way around the Bullet Club trademark that New Japan owns. And it is basically close enough. I mean, you've got the word bullet, you've got the word club. I'd be surprised if New Japan didn't have something to say about this, but it is, just one way to get it out there and get them debuted. But if you think about everything that's going down, definitely, I don't think that Roman Reigns, because I guess the word came out that he did have actual real surgery. It wasn't a gimmick to try to get over what happened to him on Monday. He had a pre-existing condition that he did have to get his nose worked on. So I'm guessing that he is going to be at Raw on Monday, more than likely not getting physical, not getting beat up. But maybe this is involved in the Shane McMahon storyline. And this goes hand in hand, basically, because, any fight that Vince is in, Triple H is going to be involved as well, because Stephanie is basically playing both sides of the deck here. I mean, her husband is the champion of WWE, and you don't want to lose that title because of everything that comes with it, whether if it's power, control, money, I don't know if, I guess you can say leadership, sort of, but also at the same point, she'll have to give up that leadership of a WWE if Undertaker loses. So definitely finding something to hold over Shane McMahon, something to sort of weaken him up. Whether that is the Balor Club is going to be debuting in WWE. And maybe being the new acolytes to The Undertaker. basically fighting their fight. And I mean, this would be a really good way to bring Finn Balor up. When Undertaker didn't have an opponent before Shane McMahon, and they were saying that it was somebody that was not on the main roster, I thought a great way to bring Balor up was have him face the Undertaker, even if it is out of the blue, getting that demon over, saying basically the demon is escaping from hell, and that is why Undertaker's trying to, bring him back and beat him, or whatever the hell they would have done. They would have made it look like $1 million. I mean, nobody saw the Shane McMahon thing coming. But if they are going to be having, the Balor Club, debut on Raw, I think this is going to be a really, really big deal. As of right now, you've got the New Day, you've got League of Nations, you've got Social Outcasts, you've got a lot of 3 to 4 man groups all throughout there. Bringing the Balor Club in and not having them be a part of the main event angles, I think is a little bit of a waste for them. I'm hoping that it's not they're just announcing a new t-shirt for Finn Balor on Monday, because normally when NXT shirts come out, the NXT shirts come out the week of the NXT takeovers, so that really wouldn't make a lot of sense for that to be debuting then. So I'm guessing something big is going down on Monday. Finn Balor's debut would be huge. I think we've all been looking forward to this for, I guess he's been with the company for 2 years, and everybody is basically known that since he signed, he's going to be a huge deal, and not to waste him. And maybe NXT became bigger than they thought it was going to be, but you've got Nakamura coming in. You've still got Sami Zayn down there if you want to use him down there. Apollo Crews, definitely Austin Aries is going to be debuting on NXT this week, as well as you got Samoa Joe down there. So you've got names to carry that company, and plus that wasn't even supposed to be a real big deal. It was supposed to be developmental. It was mainly just supposed to be a fringe thing for people to watch on the WWE Network, to watch guys get hot before they got hot. It wasn't supposed to be better than Raw, I guess you can say.